तो हाय, वेलकम टू फिजिक्स कोच। मेरा नाम अंकित। आज हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे बेटा होप्स एक्सपेरिमेंट एंड एनोमलस एक्सपेंशन ऑफ वाटर। नाउ सी व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ एनोमलस एक्सपेंशन ऑफ वाटर here. So usually we have seen that when we increase the temperature of any liquid, then its volume is going to increase. If we increase the temperature, for example, if we increase the temperature, then volume is going to increase. To expand on heating. And density is what? Mass by volume. Mass by volume. If density volume increase, then density decrease. This is usually happen with most of the liquids, but except for water. In this case, I just want to explain why this is going to happen. Because water, because of hydrogen bonding, this thing is found in found in water, and this is the reason. Like even ice is formed in the sea, but still aquatic animals not die. Okay, due to this anomalous expansion of water. Okay, even in such chilled environment, in that like very low temperature region, is still aquatic animal survives. The reason is that because of this anomalous expansion of water. So what is that? If you notice this graph, the if you increase the temperature from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, the density of water is going to increase. At 4 degrees Celsius, it has highest density, that is 1000 kg per meter cube or 1 gram per cc. 1000 kg per meter cube and 1 gram per cc. Clear? Volume, if you look at the volume, if you are going from 0 to 4, means you are increasing the temperature from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, then volume is going to decrease. Volume is going to decrease. But what is actually happen with the liquid? If you increase the temperature, then volume is going to increase. But here, if you increase the temperature from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius, liquid contract on heating. It means volume is decreasing, then density is going to increase. In the reverse manner, if you decrease the temperature from 4 degrees Celsius to 0 degrees Celsius, then volume is going to increase. Volume is going to increase. If volume increase, then density decrease. Volume increase, the density decrease. Okay, this is the anomalous expansion of water. You can check from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. At 4 degrees Celsius, it has maximum density, 1000 kg per meter cube. Understood? Now, if the liquid is having the temperature 2 degrees Celsius, for example, water is having the temperature 2 degrees Celsius, then it has a density less than 1 gram per cc, maybe 0.9899 gram per cc, but it is lighter than, you can say it is lighter, like lighter water. Clear? Its density is less. Now we will use this anomalous expansion of water. I just want to explain the same thing with the help of Hooke's apparatus. Okay. Now if you look at this apparatus, we have in the central portion we have freezing mixture. It is a freezing mixture. It is a ice plus salt. Ice plus salt you kept in the middle is a trough. Trough is just like a beaker. In that beaker, you put some freezing mixture in the central part of this tube, test tube. In the upper part, you kept one thermometer. In the lower part, one more thermometer. This is metallic cylinder. Okay, I'm just saying it is test tube. Okay, it's like a metallic cylinder. Upper part, you are keeping one thermometer. It will record the temperature of upper part. In the lower part, we kept one thermometer, which will read the lower part temperature value. Okay. Now here, like if you notice that T1, T2, we will understand it later. Initially, this water is filled in this metallic cylinder, and this water is having the temperature 12 degrees Celsius initially. Initially, the entire water is at 12 degrees Celsius. Once you kept the freezing mixture, you will notice that the central portion gets cooler. The temperature of central portion means this portion. If you notice that its temperature is going down because of this freezing mixture, then what is going to happen? If it is going down, then it become heavy because initially its temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. If it is decreasing from 12 to what? Let us suppose its temperature decrease to 4 degrees Celsius. If you decrease the temperature from 12 to, let us suppose 9, I can take 9 degrees Celsius. Let us suppose take 9 degrees Celsius. Now, if you decrease the temperature from 12 to 9, then there is no anomalous expansion. Clear? Then the same thing, like if you decrease temperature, liquid contract. If liquid contract, then volume decrease. Volume decrease means density increase. So from till 12 to 4 degrees Celsius, same pattern is going to happen. This water become heavier and it is going down. Because of that, lighter water is coming up from the down. Some lighter water is coming up. It will replace this heavier water. Heavier water is going down. Lighter water is coming up, and this convection current is going to happen. If I draw the below portion, water is there. Okay, what is going to happen? This central portion become heavier. The central portion water become heavier, so it is going down, and the lighter water is coming up. Again, it is getting cool. So this process continue until the temperature entire liquid below the central portion reaches at 4 degrees Celsius. Up to 4 degrees Celsius, same thing is going to happen. But after 4 degrees Celsius, what is going to happen? Let us suppose the central portion reaches here 4 degrees Celsius. Now after 4 degrees Celsius, we know that water, this graph, volume versus temperature graph from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Just look at this, 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Up to 4 degrees Celsius, this is going to happen. Heavier water is going down, lighter water is coming up. So the entire liquid below this central portion reaches 4 degrees Celsius temperature. But there is no change in the temperature of upper portion. But from the graph also you can see upper portion is still at 12 degrees Celsius, 12 degrees Celsius. But the lower portion temperature is dropping from 12 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. And after 4 degrees Celsius, there is no much change. There is no change in the temperature of lower portion of water. Now, why it is so? Why it is happening? Like I will explain. If you notice that volume is going to decrease with the temperature from 0 to 4 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now density, if you look at this, density is just reverse of that. This is density curve. At 4 degrees Celsius, water has maximum density. Maximum density is 1 gram per cc. This is density versus temperature. Now, if you notice that the central portion reaches 4 degrees Celsius. Now, at 4 degrees Celsius, it is heavier. Okay, it is heavier. Let us suppose further drop down. Let us suppose if the temperature of the central portion further drop down below 4 degrees Celsius, if it is going because of freezing mixture, let us suppose it is dropping from 4 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius. If the temperature of central portion reaches 2 degrees Celsius, okay, then from 4 to 2 means you are decreasing the temperature like that. So if you decrease the temperature of water from 4 to 2, then its volume is going to increase. If volume increase, then density decrease. You can check from 4 to 2. its density become less than 1 gram per cc, means it become lighter. And if it is lighter, then it is not going down. It is not going down. If something is lighter, then it is going up. So if this water become lighter from 4 to 2 degrees Celsius, this water is going up. This water is going up. When it is going up, then heavier water is going coming down, like that. Same process continue. Temperature is continuously dropping. Okay, from 4 to 2 degrees Celsius, it is going to happen like that. Okay, so finally you will notice that entire upper portion is also upper portion temperature is also dropping from 12 degrees Celsius to 4 degrees Celsius. Clear? And even it is going below 4 degrees Celsius. Why? Because here, let us suppose here temperature is now temperature of water here in the central portion is 2 degrees Celsius. So you decrease from 4 to 2 degrees Celsius. It is going up, up. After some time, let us suppose the entire water reaches 2 degrees Celsius. Let us suppose the upper portion of water reaches, let us suppose 2 degrees Celsius. But again, freezing mixture, because of freezing mixture, what is going to happen? Its temperature further drop down below 2 degrees Celsius. Let us suppose up to 0 degrees Celsius. Again, further drop down from 2 to 0 degrees Celsius. Okay, 2 to 0 degrees Celsius. Then again, it become more lighter. Okay, then again this water is going to rise, but at 0 degrees Celsius you will notice that ice is going to form. Here ice is going to form. Okay, liquid expert, ice is going to form. Clear? Ice is going to form at 0 degree Celsius. So when entire water is reaches, because this freezing mixture temperature is going down, it is going up, 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 and finally the entire water reaches 0 degree Celsius. Means that the entire water freezes above central portion, like that. If it freezes means its temperature become 0 degrees Celsius. So initially the temperature of upper thermometer is 12 degrees Celsius. Then it sharply decreased to 0 degrees Celsius. Understood? So when the central portion reaches 4 degrees Celsius, it becomes 4 degrees Celsius. If you decrease the temperature of central portion below 4 degrees Celsius, then it become lighter. It is going up. Convection current happen. It is going up. Okay. Heavier water is coming down like that. Then upper portion is also becoming cooler. Means upper portion temperature is continuously decreasing from 12 to, you can check, 12 to 4 degrees Celsius. And after 4 degrees Celsius, what is going to happen? After 4 degrees Celsius, what is going to happen? If further drop down the temperature of central portion water, then it become more lighter. It is again going up, up, up. Finally, you will notice that the entire water reaches 0 degrees Celsius. Means the entire water above the central portion reaches 0 degrees Celsius. It means that this entire top top liquid reaches 0 degrees Celsius and become ice. But you will notice that the liquid below the central portion is still at 4 degrees Celsius. So any aquatic animals which is below the central portion will survive, because the here temperature is 4 degrees Celsius, so it is still water, but the upper portion reaches 0 degrees Celsius, it become ice, complete ice. The same thing is happening in ponds, like this. Here also the same thing which I have explained, the same thing is going to happen here also, the formation of ice at the top in a pond. So what is going to happen, like If you notice that pond is just like this. Initially water is there, then what is going to happen? Initially, let us suppose it is at temperature 12 degrees Celsius. Then outside temperature is at minus 40 degrees Celsius. Let us suppose it is a very chilled environment. Okay. Then the heat is continuously going from water to that, because water temperature is 12 degrees Celsius. So temperature of this layer, first layer dropped down. Let us suppose from 12 to 9 degrees Celsius. Let us suppose its temperature of upper layer is 9 degrees Celsius initially. Then volume is going to decrease. If you decrease temperature, volume decrease. Volume decrease means density increase. The upper portion become heavier. It is going down. Lower portion lighter. It is coming up. So this convection current generate, and because of that, entire water after some time reaches 4 degrees Celsius. 4 degree Celsius. Now, if further drop down in temperature, for example, further drop down in the temperature of upper liquid, let us suppose from 4 to 2 degrees Celsius. But if it is a 4 to 2 degrees Celsius, then you have noticed that it become lighter. The water become lighter. Upper portion water become lighter. If it is lighter, means will not go down. It will be settled there. It will be settled there, and you will notice that after some time, its temperature further drop down from 2 to 0 degrees Celsius. It is not going down because it is lighter. If something is lighter, it is not going down. Okay, it is going up. So at 0 degrees Celsius, the entire top portion, one one thick layer of ice is formed at the top. Okay, so the layer which is in touch with this ice layer, this layer of water which is in touch with this, it is at 0 degrees Celsius, and this is white layer of ice is formed at the top of the water. You will notice that this is white ice. It has certain thickness which you will understood the later section, some certain thickness of ice, and there is a formula to find that also. Higher classes you will learn. So water is still, water below this ice is still at 4 degrees Celsius. If any aquatic animal, let us suppose any fish is there which is living inside this pond, the fish will get 4 degrees Celsius temperature, so it will survive. It will not die. And one more thing, like this ice is ice become this white ice become a protective shield. Ice is a poor conductor of heat. So further, since outside temperature is very low, so it may be it may be possible that inside heat is going outside. It may be possible, like, but this layer of ice will not allow the temperature of inside water to drop down further, because the poor conductor of heat. So inside heat will not going outside. So its temperature will remain 4 degrees Celsius, and the aquatic animal will survive. It will not die. Simply like anomalous expansion I have used here. Even in this pork experiment, clear. So upper portion reaches 0 degrees Celsius, but the lower portion is still at 4 degrees Celsius. From this graph, you can notice. All right, understood? So just imagine this experiment and try to figure out. If still you have doubt, you can comment me in the comment section. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. Thank you.